Welcome, everyone, to our 2K broadcast. We've got a little shakeup on the hardwood, mixing some college players in for this one. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. So the Savages will get the first possession. Pass to Cunningham. Back to Oden. Takes the three. It's good from long range. Cunningham's got the opening basket of the game for Detroit.
Yeah, a shooter like Cunningham has no reason to hesitate. He can just take the shot.
And here's Booker from the arc. Rebound, Detroit. Looking around the NBA, Devin Booker, GA, is as good as any two-guard out there.
Obviously, we know how Devin scores it, but what I love, he also can run your offense, and he gives good effort defensively.
Oden a screen to the paint, and stolen by Vassell. Here's Young. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Power and grace of Giannis, making it look easy like few others can.
Vassell outside. And the three ball is good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
In the corner, George with it. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of from Cunningham.
Here's Giannis. Up and in on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And that's a grown man's jam by Green.
And here's Booker from the arc. Rebounded by Jackson.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
KD with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Hands it from downtown. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bronx.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
And Cunningham's size and his position allows him to see over defenders and find his teammates. Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Now here's Green. Pass to George. Jackson with the screen. Clock at 4. Beyond the arc. They get the rebound. It's stolen by Rodman. To the wing right side. It's stolen by Cunningham. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from Cunningham.
Well, it's his heart and leadership that set Cunningham apart. He's never given you less than 100%, and he's always playing the rim. Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
The windmill finish. That is nasty. How do you do?
Oh, finishes the play with utterly no regard for his own safety. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Bronx on top. They're up by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Bronx, what do you guys think?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well. Put constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes.
Peterson, that's good.
Well, calling a player a combo guard can sometimes signify that they're kind of stuck between positions. In the case of Darren Peterson, he possesses the size and skill level to do just about anything you need from the backcourt.
And this kid's size is unreal. Odin isn't an easy one to guard. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Yeah, showing great vision that time. And that pass is right on the money.
To the inside. And it's Odin finishing it off.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
And he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long.
Look at that. I don't think Ryu even has to leave his feet to throw it down.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Back to Odin. Just time on the clock. Drains it from beyond the arc. Odin's got 8 points.
Firing with conviction. You love to see that.
Pass to Rodman. And it's Bonner in the corner. Down low. Here's Peterson. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, there's that athleticism we talk about with Peterson. Man, can this kid get up in a hurry.
From deep three-point land. And they go to the intentional foul. And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Smith outside. Shot clock at 6. Towns for 3.
Anthony Towns.
Good on the triple.
3.
Towns has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, when it comes to big men, you're not going to find a better catch-and-shoot option than Cat.
It's Wilkins with the drive. Oh, and the dunk by Wilkins.
How about the high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
It's Vassell on the wing. Nice ball movement there by the Bronx. It's stolen by Duran. Smith for 3. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Well, we got to credit that steal by Duran to start the break. He can be disruptive.
Yep, that one goes.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Outside Wilkins. The kick out to Town. And another 3 for Detroit.
Look, this is a big part of Town's value. He's a big who can stretch the floor for him.
Katie with it. Now guarded by Porter. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down hard.
Wow. Look at Adebayo there. Showing off a little bit, I think.
And J.R. Smith with the slam.
Taking no chances there. He finishes with authority.
First team foul.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Durant in the corner. Adebayo the screen. Booker outside. Right at the free throw line. And the Bronx tacks on 2 more.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Here's Wilkins. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Savages lead by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here's the Bronx. Right side, out of the Kumbo. And out of the Kumbo with the jam.
Well, when Giannis is coming down the lane, good luck. Few, if any, can stop him.
You know, Giannis just entered his 30s, Coach, but he's already an all-timer.
He sure is, Kevin. Look, if his career ended now, this guy's still one of the best we've ever had in this league. Unfortunately for the rest of the league, he's still got a long way to go in his career, and they're going to have to deal with him for a long, long time.
Up top, Porter. Back to Towns. Just 5 to shoot. And Towns throws it down.
Well, you can count on Towns to finish with strength anytime he has the chance.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And he's good on the 3-ball. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Smith. He's got 5. Pass to Porter. Fires the 3. Smith on the wing. On the wing, Porter.
And one of the most impactful defenders in our league, Howard, just hard to score over.
And out of bounds as the Bronx gains possession. And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. The Bronx with the ball. The lead is 2. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. J.R. Smith picks one up.
At all times, he's on the court. Green is active and physical. He loves being in the middle of the action.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Here's Wilkins. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You can tell Dominique Wilkins just has that extra edge to his game. He's always hunting down his next bucket and willing to fight to get it.
Both free throws good from Wilkins. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Ryu. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Clearly in an attacking mindset. Not even physical defense could deter him.
So he gets them both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
2 minutes.
On the wing, Porter. Detroit, no good that time either. The Bronx leading by 4. And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question.
Durant with a wide open look. The 17-footer goes down. Durant's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bronx.
He has got an incredible jump shot for that size. Durant's accurate from just about anywhere on the floor.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Durant, and the Bronx tacks on 2 more.
Anywhere Durant can find a shot, he can make a shot. That certainly includes the mid-range.
Inside, here's Durant. That one good for 2.
Finishing inside through the contact there. Great focus.
And you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duren drawing comparisons now to a young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
And Green slams it in.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Smith drives in. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Here's Ryu. Lays it up and banks it in. Ryu's got 4 points this quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Towns with the bucket.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
And the game still closely contested as we end the 3rd quarter. The Bronx leads by 3. And we're coming back in just a moment.
Yeah, he is, though.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this 4th quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball.
Hell yeah.
Detroit trails by 3. Smith with it. Now guarded by Booker. Towns, no luck. Durant way outside. Rebound, Detroit.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Porter outside. Drops in the tray. Porter's got the game tied up here for Detroit.
Well, look, this is what Michael Porter Jr. is all about. He's out there to find shots at the arc.
Booker, no good. And it's Porter with the ball for the Savages. It's Wilkins with the drive. Oh, and the dunk by Wilkins.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Smith fires. 3. Good.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Porter pulls it down.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a Cub.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes. That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
George! Green outside. Oden with the ball. 5 on the clock. Rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
And I see a lot of that in Oden's future. He could make a living on the glass.
Outside, Vassell. Jacks up a 3. Trained from outside.
Well, they needed a bucket right there, and it's Vassell who answers the call.
Cunningham outside. Puts up the 3. Durant with the steal. Booker outside. No good there. And it's the Savages with the ball. 4-point game. Outside Cunningham. Down it goes for 3.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
It's Booker. Missed on the 3. Jackson. And the 3 misses.
Hey, GG's go.
And so it's Detroit with the W. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end, but the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that about wraps it up. Along with Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this one on 2K Sports. So long. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. We've got a unique game for you here. Some collegiate players added to the regular mix. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Welcome, everyone, to 2K Sports. We've got something special for you tonight. Added to the roster for this one, some collegiate players will be out there as well. A great chance for them to prove themselves. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
So Detroit will get the first possession. Now Green. Cunningham for three. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, a shooter like Cunningham has no reason to hesitate. He can just take the shot.
Here's Peterson. There's the three. That shot off. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of.
Oh, love his mindset. Go to the basket. Be aggressive.
On the wing, Jackson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Puts up a three. Hits the three-point bomb.
Such a competitive player. Peterson wants to respond to threes with one of his own.
Cunningham for three. Another three for Detroit.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Watson's shot is off. And here's George for three. And the three ball is good.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Pass to Watson. Nets passing it around. And that one's good. Wagner.
Something Wagner continues to work on. It's huge when he's connecting from outside.
From deep three-point land. Cunningham's shot is off.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And Brooklyn making a change. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Yeah, they need Cunningham to be effective from that mid-range area.
Here's Green. Following the basket by Cade Cunningham.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
No one covering.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Watson's shot is good.
And look, that's just a guy getting to his spot and making the defense pay.
And a menace defensively. Adebayo with the swat. He's an all-defensive team member for a reason.
Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
To the paint. And it's Green with the jam.
Oh, how about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Watson for three. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And I guess I was only saying, man. He was cooking them. Man, that's crazy.
Hi everyone, welcome to 2K Sports. Should be a fun one here. We have some collegiate players stepping into the fray. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. The tip-off goes to Detroit. To the inside. Can't convert the two-handed jam. To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has three key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Count that one.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
To the middle. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yes, sir. Jackson Jr. flushing.
Here's Adebayo. Pass to Rose. 6 to shoot. Leonard attacking.
And coming in with intensity as if nothing could stop him.
Outside, Green. Takes it inside. Here's Oden. And it's Greg Oden with the finish.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
He's got plenty of those, that's for sure. The three-pointer is right on target.
Well, clearly Adebayo's feeling very confident firing out there from the perimeter.
Rose with the block. And here's Adebayo outside. Shaq with the screen. Here's Hamilton. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Rose. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. Here's Oden. He's guarded by Adebayo. Shot's good from Oden. Oden's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the potential for Oden to be dominant in the paint is off the charts.
Inside. Back to Hamilton. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Hamilton's got 5 now.
Seems like somebody's got eyes in the back of their head. Great vision there on that one.
Green in the high post. Shot clock at 6. Jackson from long range.
Well, Adebayo's a little undersized at the center spot, but he can give you some shot blocking.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Leonard on the wing. Right wing. For the 3. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Detroit trails by 3. Jackson with the screen. On the wing, Jackson. Sinks the triple. He's got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. And don't go away. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Oden in the corner. There's the triple. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Now Detroit moving it up. Jackson misses. Chicago leading by 3. Hamilton left side. Drives to the hoop. Leonard looking around. 5 to shoot. Hamilton with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Lays it up off the glass. Hamilton's got the lead up to 5 now for Chicago. The 3 from George. And Shaq pulls it down. So it's Chicago now. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Over in the corner, Green. Oden a screen. The kick out to Cunningham. Over Rose. Detroit, no good that time either.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And it's Detroit's ball. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, range out beyond the arc, and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Cunningham for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got 6.
And the patience of Cunningham, working in the pick and roll, always seems to get to his spot.
Hamilton. Top of the key, Rose. Oh, and the jam by Rose.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Outside, Adebayo. Pass to Rose. Down low. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Adebayo's got his second basket.
If Bam gets it around the hoop, he knows what to do.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Substitution on the court.
50 seconds left in the second quarter. Right side, Rose. And Şengün throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Şengün still able to play above the rim.
Porter. And then Porter with the jam.
My goodness, Michael Porter Jr. showing all of his skills.
Duren down low. And Duren slams it in.
That is how you finish.
And another turnover here by Chicago. Detroit with the ball. 4-point game. Outside, Porter. No good with the triple. Bobbed up there for Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And so it's Chicago with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. We're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Green taking his time here. Driving the lane. And Green slams it in.
And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. Get in his way at your own risk.
Pass to Duran. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. And you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duran drawing comparisons now to a young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
Outside, Towns. Good, and the nice assist from Wilkins. Towns has got 6.
Well, with his mechanics and size, when Towns spots up, it's tough to disrupt his shot.
Screen by Şengün. Here's Collins. At the elbow, it's Arenas. Shot clock at 5. Diving in. And slam dunk by Arenas.
It's fun to just watch Arenas play. He's electric. Has his own style. What an explosive play right there. Hits his first attempt of the half. Not what you call suffocating D on that possession.
To the paint. Inside. Towns with the steal. This one for 3. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Duran a screen. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Collins in the post. It's deflected. It's stolen by Duran. Towns wide open. Drills it from outside. And it's now only a 1-point Chicago lead.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
For the lead, Porter, no luck. So it's Chicago now. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. That's a 2 from Towns. It's rebounded by Şengün. Chicago leading by 3. Here's Arenas. 2 points. That one goes. Arenas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's got all the moves. Arenas not afraid to get inside.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. They get the rebound. The kick out to Porter. Good on the triple. Porter's got 5 points so far.
The coach has to be happy with that. Draw the defense, then swing it out for a good look at a trick.
And here's Arenas outside. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Chicago leads by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for this. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Now, here is Smith. Pass to Towns. At the elbow, it's Wilkins. Just 5 on the clock. to tie it up. Towns, no luck. Chicago leading. And here's Arenas outside. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. And taken away by Arenas. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And that's an intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul. Substitution
On defense, Chicago. Outside, Porter. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Porter's got the lead up to 1 now for the Savages. And it's Rose penetrating. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
And this is where Duren is most comfortable operating from. He focuses on taking high percentage shots.
Oh, the shake. Leonard. Oh, Leonard with authority.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Now Smith. Now Towns. Clock at 6. Now Duren. And Adebayo sends it back.
And a menace defensively. Adebayo with the swat. He's an all-defensive team member for a reason.
Different look here for Detroit. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's O'Neal. O'Neal literally bending the rim with the power.
This is Shaq at his best, getting that deep position and then just muscling through.
And good that time.
Well, Cunningham is a big-time, big-moment player. This team leans on it.
Cunningham pulls it down. Jackson fires. No good from 3.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now Jackson fires the 3. Cleared away by Leonard. Adebayo. The 3 goes down.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Here's George. Launches it. And down goes the 3.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just getting the ball and let him do his thing.
Now Leonard. For 3. Buries the deep ball.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Jackson with the screen. Here's Cunningham. Beyond the arc. A 3-pointer. Good.
Well, in these big moments, Cunningham really wants the ball.
It's stolen by Cunningham. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Now George. Now Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Now George. That's in there.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. That was a...
What's good, man? See, I just won a nail biter, man.
Continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Shit, I've just been chilling, man. I'm about to be back streaming a little more, man. Yeah. YouTube, my true story. I'm trying to get up in this tier 1. I got 15 hours, man. I already missed 2 weeks. Hell yeah, go ahead and make that shit. Oh, they just gave me Giannis. That's a classic. Just got a 98 Giannis. And you can play small forward, man. You might have to come. Dang. That's a classic. They supposed to been gave me Giannis. Yeah, Michael Porter. I can't shoot, though. They might be good in that salary cap, though. That's a classic. They be giving me the good people, man. Like, boy, still cold on his defense. Still colder in here a little bit. Damn, it's cold, though, man. Hey, Giannis that small forward at times. Bad, just though, man. Can't do it right now. You gotta get some badges, though. All right, for sure.
everyone, welcome to 2K Sports. Should be a fun one here. We have some collegiate players stepping into the fray. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. So Detroit will get the first possession. Green drives in, and it's Green with the jam.
And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. Get in his way at your own risk.
And finish off by Wagner.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, and you know what's going to happen, there are going to be points put on the board.
Well, 6'10", GA. Franz Wagner provides great versatility to this offense.
Yeah, and he's a solid decision maker, capable of running the show. He's a gifted scorer and playmaker. Plus, he provides matchup problems with that size.
Here's George. Following the bucket by Baltimore. Oden a screen. Three-pointer. And George is good for three.
Calm and cool from distance. George really confident from beyond.
Pass to Sigma. Green by James. He moves. And it's sent back by George. And it's going to be out of bounds. Baltimore will retain possession. Here's the screen. LeBron drives in.
So skilled at finding lanes to the basket. James explodes towards the rim with aggression.
Cunningham for three. And a check with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Shakes him. Here he goes.
Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude.
Oden a screen. Launches a three. And Cade Cunningham with the three.
3 points.
But nothing better than knocking down the triple.
LeBron outside. And the dunk by James.
Yeah, the vertical's still there. LeBron's athleticism never ceases to amaze.
Cunningham for three. And another three for Detroit.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter feel, but not who you want to leave open.
Yeah, this is the beauty of a high-intensity drive. Defenders will struggle to stop you without foul.
Both free throws good from Green.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
To the inside. And George with the stuff.
And holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
And it's Green with the jam. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
From deep three-point land, another three for Detroit.
Well, when Cunningham's hitting from that range, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Picked off in midair. LeBron with it. Oden picks him up. Pass to Sigma. And there's the drive. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Drains it from beyond the arc. O'Neal's got 7 points.
Well, good job there getting to his spot. That was a good-looking three.
It's stolen by Green. The shot by George, wide open. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. George has got a couple of threes now in the first for Detroit. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Savages. He comes away. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Savages, what do you think, guys?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
Here's Sigma, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Yeah, that's a great decision by Wagner. Quickly getting it to the open man.
To Stan, you don't see a whole lot of players, 6'10", with the perimeter skills of Franz Wagner.
Oh, you sure don't, Kevin. And not a guy with his size, strength, and skill. And he can create shots for himself. He can finish through contact. And he will also create shots for his teammates.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Baltimore.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense. And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
And Cunningham with the slam.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
Oh, man. Sweet turnaround, Jay.
Outside, George drills the three-pointer. George has got 11 points.
He got a great look and made sure it didn't go to waste.
Here's Green, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Craig Oden.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
So both teams changing it up here. He's perfect from the line this time. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Detroit. It's a three-point game. Towns for three. And another three for Detroit.
Few bigs do it as well as Towns. Stretching the floor with his efficiency from range.
Stifling the offense in close. I love how he got right into their business there.
Count it.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Puts up a deep three. Karl Anthony Towns, and that's good. Towns has got the lead. Back up to 2 now for the Savages. For three. Excellent D there from Wilkins. Pass to Duran. Not loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. There's 47 seconds left now here in the second. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
5 on the clock. Towns way outside. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Baltimore with the ball. Trailing by 2. On D, Adebayo. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. For 3, Smith. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And Smith loves pulling up from 3. Never scared to fire when he's out beyond.
Wallace's shot is good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Savages lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Peterson. Adebayo the screen. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Şengün still able to play above the rim.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you...
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And that's where athleticism and style comes together. What a move there by Peterson.
Towns the screen. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, you can count on Towns to finish with strength anytime he has the chance.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and his work on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
Out of bounds, possession goes to the Savages.
I know the time's too much.
Welcome, everyone, to 2K Sports Basketball. This game features something different, as we'll see talent from the college ranks blended into the lineup as well. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
The tip-off goes to Detroit. Jackson with the screen. From deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some.
Yeah, I mean, we know Jackson Jr. has this range, but it can still catch you off guard.
And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the four without question.
This is Shaq at his best, getting that deep position and then just muscling through.
Here's Oden. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Here's Mashburn. Here's Shaq. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
The drive by Green. Back to Adebayo. Picks it out to Markkanen. 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 17. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And Green slams it in.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
O'Neal outside. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Pass to Oden. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, a shooter like Cunningham has no reason to hesitate. He can just take the shot.
Here's Mashburn. Back to Green. Screen by O'Neal. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Jackson got 6.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Good to see him playing downhill like this, moving forward with purpose.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Louisville trails by 6. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And you have to be cognizant of Mashburn's long-range shooting ability. This guy is really accurate from out there.
Took him no time at all on that one. Jackson's got his second basket.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
And so it's Detroit with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter. Of action is where we're at right now. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Stan, you know, you think about the release point on Jokic's outside shot. It's tough to get to.
Yeah, Kevin, it certainly is. And the problem is if you start to come out in your stance to try to get to that shot, Jokic will just pull the ball down and beat you on the drive. Well, it's not what he's known for, but Jokic can throw it down when the chance presents itself.
There's a screen by Porter. Out to the wing. Knipple wide open, and he fires. Drills the three-pointer. Knipple got his first 3 points of the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Wilkins. Still without a basket. Towns the screen. Lets it go with a three.
Well, we've seen some tall guys in the basketball world lately, but Ryu has them all beat. You're not scoring over him that often.
Here's Wall. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Strong work in close. I like it when he goes up with confidence.
Outside, Towns. Launches a three. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Look, this is a big part of Towns' value. He's a big who can stretch the floor for him.
Detroit leading by 4. Inside. Duran. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Rui Hachimura picks one up.
Showing the strength and will to convert through contact. Now he gets a chance at the line for one more.
Here's Wall. And Wall with the slam.
And on the drive, Wall can be so sudden, striking before the defense gets a chance to load.
Outside, Towns. Back to Smith. Shot clock at 5. Wall with a block.
An explosive athlete with length. Wall is a threat when he contests shots.
So for the Wildcats, Louisville trails by 5. Outside, Adebayo. Pass to Mashburn. Back to Adebayo. Stolen by Wilkins. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. A three-pointer is right on target. Porter's got the lead up to 8 now for the Savages.
Well, year in and year out, Porter is so consistent from 3.
Good on the shot.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Pass to Porter. The kick out to Towns. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Towns has got 6.
Well, you got to close out on Towns from there because he's lethal from those corners.
Rebound by Smith. Detroit leading by 9. It's stolen by Adebayo. Outside, Markkanen. O'Neal wide open. Connects from three-point range. 9 points in the game so far. And so is Detroit, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. Right back after this break. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Wildcats. They trail by 6. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Green. Still yet to score. Pass to Mashburn. Here's Shaq. Rebound, Detroit. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Duran a screen. And Duran slams it in.
How much power from Jalen Duran. Good.
Here's Green. At the elbow, it's Markkanen. Right side, Adebayo. 5 to shoot. Towns with the steal. And Porter, here we go.
Look at Porter Jr. smoothly transitioning into the dunk off the drive.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, great as a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
O'Neal from long.
I'll take it. What's up? I gave y'all to 9:30.
Thank you.
Ain't no movies on it at 9:30. All right. Y'all tell me. tomorrow, Friday, the way y'all can get up.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Because if we watch a movie, we still got it all next day.
He's gonna play way better with that cord.
Not with ours.
You don't have a cord. What are you talking about? It would if you had a cord on it. Um, call
evening, everyone, and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation. The atmosphere in this building is electric as we get a chance to see an energized college player plugged into the roster. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
The tip-off goes to Detroit. Outside Jackson.
I got him.
To the wing on the left. Here's Oden. And it's Oden finishing it off.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Well, first he sets a solid screen, then he shifts into a scoring position. I mean, that's exactly how it should be done.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And it's Green with the jam.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Shaq with the screen. Chambers. Good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Cunningham for three. It's hauled in by Athens. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in.
You see the defensive instincts there. That's what makes Green one of the best.
Jackson with it. Now Green defending. The kick out to Cunningham. Cunningham on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Detroit needs to get off the shot. Shot by Oden is no good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And once again, we are reminded, these are the best athletes in the world.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there? It just gets to the rack really easy.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
And both free throws good for Green.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now, here's Cunningham. Pass to Oden. The three-pointer is right on target. Oden's got 7 points in the game.
A timely pass to take full advantage of the opening. Great stop.
You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also, his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
Athens shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Both free throws good from Battier. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Green with the ball. Now Green defending. Jackson from long range. Athens leading by 5. Odom, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Drains the three-pointer.
Well, Jackson brings so much value with his ability to space the floor.
It's stolen by Green. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Athens ahead. They lead by 2.
16.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take so far on Athens?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's really hard to get foul calls on the road. Credit them for being so aggressive.
Jackson looking around to the paint. Here's Oden. And it's Oden finishing it off.
And nothing like taking it to the hole yourself.
Shaq misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
George with the ball. Scoreless thus far. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Battier with the steal. Here's Chambers. Good on the three-point shot. Chambers got the lead up to 5 now for Athens.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him. And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Cunningham on the wing. Pass to Jackson. Fires the three. Good. Great play by Green to shut it up. Jackson's got 6.
Rim protection plus three-point shooting. Triple J gives you 2 things every team needs.
Cunningham left side. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Oden. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, Jackson Jr. is an athlete. A big man with some big-time hops.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle. I think it's underrated. One of the top 2-way bigs in our league.
Pass to Duran. Outside Green. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Porter.
A simple rule, guys. Never foul a jump shooter like Battier. Normally, they are reliable at the free throw line.
And so it's Smith with it. They'll bring it up for the Savages. Trailing by 2. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And that one's good. Towns.
Well, when it comes to big men, you're not going to find a better catch-and-shoot option than Cap.
Outside Jefferson. Back to Lynn. And here is Markkanen. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Duran. Rebound by Johnson. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And that one falls for Lynn.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective 2-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
And here comes Smith leading the fast break. Here's Towns. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
Take it up strong, big fella.
Detroit shooting their first foul shot of the game. Now, here's Şengün. It's good from long range.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And from long range, another three for Athens.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Towns for three. Drills the three-pointer. Towns has got it all tied up now for Detroit.
A nice response from Towns, dropping a three of his own.
Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Duran. Towns high post. From deep three-point territory. Outside Wilkins. Left side Towns. Just three to shoot. Nice hit again. Well, it was only a matter of time that they finally get the bucket. Towns has got 11.
Relentless effort from Towns inside, powering through the contact.
Lynn's shot is off. Here are the Savages. Now you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duran drawing comparisons now to a young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
And Towns gets it to go.
Yeah, this is what makes Towns an all-star caliber player. He has the ability to take over games by himself.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Number 4.
Smith with it. Now defended by Şengün. And it's slammed in by Smith. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
The kick out to Towns. Outside Porter. Down low. Here's Wilkins. And Wilkins slams it in.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Greg, you look at Alperen Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
Pass to Porter. Stolen by Markkanen. And now Athens. Oh, look at that.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
47.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Detroit trails by 6. Pass to Jackson. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got zero quitting.
And it is so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them.
Cunningham for three. It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
I just love his attitude on D. That block shows he isn't giving up anything easy.
Outside Jackson. The putback. Saves him with the putback.
Yeah, what a save by Porter Jr. on the offensive glass. He was right where he needed to be.
Johnson outside. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Cunningham.
Substitution on the court.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Jackson with the screen. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
You can tell how confident Jackson Jr. is working the pick-and-roll set. He moves with real purpose.
The three goes down.
That's a terrific kick-out pass. That's what we call a winning play.
Cunningham left side. Towns the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Jackson fires. It's tipped. Battier with the steal. And now Athens on the break. Count it. Nice touch.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Athens leading by 8. Launches it. A three-pointer. Good.
And it was going back and forth there for a while, but now starting to just stretch out that lead a bit. They're definitely looking like the better team.
Outside, Smith. Now Cunningham knocks down the three.
Well, you try to stay connected to Cunningham, but he finds a way.
And the rejection by Town.
Well, a block like that requires excellent timing, and he had it that time.
Porter outside. The long shot, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Cunningham drives in. Odom deciding where to go with it. From outside, it's good.
And I love when Battier looks for his shot on offense. Great job there.
So it's Athens winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg.
Folks, we'd like to thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please drive
Welcome, everyone, to our 2K broadcast. We've got a little shakeup on the hardwood, mixing some college players in for this one. On tap tonight, it's the Bronx going up against the Savages. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
So the Bronx will get the first possession. Now here is Smith. Pass to Lindenborg. To the inside. And he dunks it down.
Hey, I like the unselfishness. If someone has a better opportunity, make the next pass.
Here is Cunningham. Here's Towns, defended by Shaq. Towns, wide open. Wide open shot is on the money.
Well, long-armed and broad-shouldered, Yaxel Lindenborg has a first-team All-NBA name, and his skill level stands out as well. At 6'9", able to pass, handle, and shoot, he is multi-tool.
Fires the three. It's hauled in by Giannis.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Now here's Giannis. 5 to shoot. Here's Smith. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Here's Green. Pass to Jackson. This one for 3. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Well, Jackson brings so much value with his ability to space the floor.
O'Neal from long range. Lets it go with the 3. And Lindenborg missing. Towns for 3. And another 3 for Detroit.
Look, this is a big part of Towns' value. He's a big who can stretch the floor for you.
Beyond the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Towns has got 8.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Pass to Jackson. Takes a 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Rim protection plus three-point shooting. Triple J gives you 2 things every team needs.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Now Towns. Paul George missing from long range. Back to Green. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jackson looking it over. Detroit needs to get off the shot. Here's Towns. It's blocked by Shaq. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Savages. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Savages.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Well, that's a confident stroke by Wagner. His coaches love when he shoots it with conviction.
Jackson in the corner. Pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
And the outstanding shooting with the post play.
I knew all I had to do was apply pressure on him.